The symbol was found by Ms. Lee in the altar of the mysterious village. If you look closely at it, you will find that there are many similar symbols under the Western witchcraft system. Perhaps this is the source of inspiration for the director. We first disassemble this symbol. Its main body can be reduced to two intersecting corners. Many people will think of Freemasonry, because the cross formed by the compass and the ruler is its most representative emblem. These two kinds of objects are not rare and can be seen in many cultural contexts, such as the objects in their hands in the Fushi no Watu. Another example is the gauge and the emblem of East Germany. Formally formed in the 18th century, Freemasonry adopted these two tools as a symbol because it originally meant free stonemason literally, and because of its religiously fraternal nature, was often considered a Western. The behind-the-scenes manipulation of the national government and high-level forces has made it a frequent visitor to conspiracy theories, as well as synonymous with conspiracy and domination. We can also interpret from the perspective of astrological symbols. In this table containing 12 constellations, 12 stars, and 4 elements, we can find that the symbols representing fire and water can be substituted. Fire is spontaneous and impulsive, water is sensitive and imaginative. Do the characters of the protagonists in the movie fit these two elements? Let's look at this logo in the movie again, and we can very abstractly observe a pattern much like the letter G. This reminds us of another Freemason symbol. Letter G. According to the usual interpretation, the letter represents God and geometry, which is in line with the nature of Freemasonry. But if you go to the Hebrew alphabet, you will find that it is the third letter of Hebrew, Gimel, which represents the number 3, which can be extended here to mean triangle. The sheep, also one of the symbols of Freemasonry, is a symbol of innocence and purity. It is worth mentioning that there are also some descriptions of sheep in the movie, but they are only used as sacrifices. This logo also contains 5 open circles and 2 filled circles. The middle 4 of them correspond to each other. Lines with circled ends are also common in Western occult symbols. For example, in this group in the picture, the open circles represent light and the filled circles represent darkness. A similar emblem is the Kabbalah Tree of Life, a mystical symbol commonly used in the Jewish philosophy of Kabbalah, often used to describe the path to God. If the above content is a more normal point of view, we might as well explain it from a more evil point of view. In a medieval book of black magic known as the Art of Theurgia Goetia called King Solomon, we find in it the seals of many kings and their ministers, among them the seal of a duke called Museriel, if we turning him upside down reveals a resemblance to the one shown in the movie. The book does not explain the image meaning of this seal. We only know that Museriel's superior spirit is a king named Amenadiel, who rules the West and has 300 Grand Dukes, and Museriel is just one of them. It is mentioned in the book that the seal will be worn on your chest as a talisman so that the spirits will appear and obey your commands. As for good and evil, they are inherently good and evil, that is, one part of them is good and the other part is evil. This book is now usually included in the book The Little Key of Solomon. Similar symbols did not disappear, and as the Middle Ages passed, black magic was gradually forgotten. But in the 18th century, which gradually entered the bourgeois revolution, there were still some so-called forbidden magical books, such as Compendium Rarissimum. This is the mysterious symbol in it, and the languages marked are both German and Latin. In addition, there are a lot of scenes in the book that are similar to the plot of the movie, such as cave sacrifices, or grotesque pictures of carrying human heads. Also to be mentioned are the Lucifer coat of arms and the reverse cross. The source of the former has been difficult to research, the latter originally came from St. Peter. When he was martyred in Rome, he asked to be hanged upside down on a cross, so this symbol was the earliest symbol of humility. The reverse cross is a typical symbol of Satanism, but the exact time node when it became this symbol remains to be determined. There is a saying that it is influenced by modern literary and artistic works, people based on an intuition. The positive cross symbolizes Christ, and the reverse cross symbolizes the devil. There is also a concept known as the Tree of Cliffith, which, as opposed to the Kabbalah tree of life, is an illicit spiritual energy in Jewish mysticism. It was proposed later, about 1977. This video is only an analysis of this symbol from the perspective of Western magic and religion. It is just for entertainment. Please don't take it seriously.